GETTY U.S. President Donald Trump's Libya model confusion has alarmed Pyongyang, says Mr. Fitzpatrick. Mark Fitzpatrick, Executive Director of the Americas Division of the International Institute of Strategic Studies, IISS, made his remarks in the wake of Mr. Trump's comments on the issue last week. Quizzed about the Libya model, which is generally understood to refer to the process by which former President Muammar Gaddafi allowed British and U.S. inspectors full access to his country as he voluntarily gave up his nuclear weapons program in 2003, Mr. Trump appeared to believe it referred to the military operation by which Mr. Gaddafi was ousted from power in 2011, Mr. Fitzpatrick explained. When President Trump sought to reassure North Korea, he made a hash of it by misunderstanding what his national security advisor John Bolton meant by the Libya model. Bolton meant how Gaddafi allowed the U.S. to pack up and take away his nuclear weapons-related equipment. Getty. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's planned meeting with Mr. Trump is in doubt. He didn't mean what subsequently befell Gaddafi, his brutal torture and murder, but that's indeed what the North Koreans remember about the Libya case, how U.S. assurances of good relations, if he gave up nuclear weapons aspirations, counted for nothing in the end. The North Koreans have good reason to be alarmed by what Trump meant as assurances, but what came across as a threat to decimate their country if it didn't surrender its nuclear arms. Rather than cry uncle in hearing such a threat, North Korea has all the more reason to keep its nuclear weapons. Getty. National Security Advisor John Bolton's words had been misconstrued, said Mr. Fitzpatrick, and it may have more reason to fear that the U.S. is again warming up to a military attack option. It's an example of how diplomatic signaling can be easily misperceived. Mr. Trump stunned the world when he confirmed that he and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un would be meeting for talks following an agreement apparently brokered by South Korean President Moon Jae-in. But both sides have expressed doubts as the summit, scheduled for next month in Singapore, draws closer. Mr. Trump yesterday said there was a very substantial chance the meeting would not happen. Speaking on the day he welcomed Mr. Jae-in for a White House visit, Mr. Trump told reporters, "We'll see what happens. There are certain conditions that we want and I think we'll get those conditions, and if we don't, we don't have the meeting." On the North Korean side, a notice written by top negotiator Ri Sun-kwon expressed unhappiness at a recent military joint U.S.-South Korea military drill called Max Thunder, which resulted in the cancellation of talks between Pyongyang and Seoul. Mr. Sun-kwon labeled the drills a deliberate provocation.